So I was found on a doorstep by a Korean family, and I was basically abandoned at birth. It was in the middle of the winter, and this family took me in, and then they turned me over to a local Christian orphanage where I spent the first 3 years of my life. So when I think about how my life started, and I particularly think about it when I'm talking to my kids who have no understanding of what it's like to not be wanted, to not have opportunities, I like to tell them my story. When I look back and realize, wow, from where I started and where I am today, it's truly amazing. I would not have had this opportunity if I hadn't been adopted, and if Pearl Buck had not decided that it was her mission in life to make sure that children like me would find loving homes. Obviously, I was really lucky to be adopted, and I wanted to show you. The only link I have to my time in the orphanage in Korea was my Little Red Shoes. If I was a writer, I would title my book The Little Red Shoes That Have Traveled the World. And you know, I just feel very blessed that I was adopted, and I didn't mean to cry. But it is very meaningful to think that having 2 kids of my own now and realizing the only thing I have, you know, are these shoes, and feeling really lucky that, you know, having started out on a doorstep, I am now, you know, part of a very large, loving family and the mother of 2 children, and I feel really blessed, very touched by the fact that Pearl Buck started the Welcome House and really saved children like me who otherwise would have been disposed of. You know, in the Asian countries, abandoned children do not do well. I was really a disposable person.
Well, my husband and I had always talked about adopting. My husband is adopted, so we always had talked about it. At the time that we considered and came here to Pearl S. Buck, my son was 2 years old. Once we submitted the paperwork, within days I got a call from Becky, and her paperwork came in. And when I asked for updated medicals, because I only had 3 to 4 months, I got updated medicals from her foster mom, and her foster mom called her Dan Dan. And my husband's name's Stan, and my son's Dan. So we bawled our eyes out and said, she's ours, she's definitely ours. I don't know if she would have had a chance in China, and the opportunities and the love and the support. Her brother absolutely adores her. I had one of my son's mother came up to me and said, my daughter just asked, why doesn't my brother love me as much as Daniel loves Ava? And it's just amazing to see how they connected, right? What I love most about Ava and what she's brought to this family is that to appreciate the simple things in life, and she brought that back to us. And I didn't realize how much my son needed a sibling and how much love we can give her and security. And I thank Pearl S. Buck for that, for giving these children opportunities here and families. And she's just amazing. She's changed our life. And a lot of people come up to me and say, she's blessed to have you. And I say, no, I'm blessed to have her.
When I was invited to join the board of Pearl S. Buck, I was very honored by that opportunity, because it's an opportunity to participate in the life stories and the love stories of lives changed. How often can an ordinary citizen from a nearby community affect so many lives by participating with one organization? That's what Pearl S. Buck International has afforded to me. Whatever good I may do or continue to do for Pearl S. Buck International, already I have received rewards beyond measure, because it's an opportunity to participate in changing the lives of people across the world who may have no one, who may have nothing, who are lacking in the world's resources, who may be lacking in that kind of emotional support and commitment that all of us treasure. That's what Pearl S. Buck has given to me.
I was born in Korea, and my mother is a Korean, and my father was an American. So because my father being an American and my mother being a Korean, I was of a mixed race. And so when I was growing up in Korea, I was quite despised and ridiculed by my motherland because I didn't look like them. And about this time, a social worker from Pearl S. Buck Foundation came to our town in search of mixed race children. At the age of 13, I left my mom, the only person in this whole wide world who ever really loved me. I left my mom and I went to live at SOSA, Pearl S. Buck SOSA Opportunity Center. And I was able to receive an education while I was there. My life in Korea was very difficult. And to this day, when I think about what my life would have been if, at that time, the Pearl S. Buck Foundation did not come to rescue me and educate me. The sponsorship that I was receiving made all the difference for me to get an education. And now I'm a school teacher, and I'm impacting many, many students because I was able to be sponsored and receive an education. And now I myself sponsor a child. And what a great joy it is even for me that I can, in turn, sponsor another child to make a difference in that child's life. Not everybody has to bring children to the United States, but I think we can all open our hearts and reach out and make a difference in many young boys and girls' life, so that someday that they will grow up to be productive, educated citizens in their mother countries to make all the difference. And they can look back and say that you have made a difference in their lives.
We've celebrated some of the stories of Pearl S. Buck International. We've heard about the great work launched from Pearl Buck's house. If the walls in that house could talk, they would have countless stories to tell, starting with Welcome House and moving to Opportunity House and moving into community programs, all important elements of the legacy of Pearl S. Buck. Those stories and the untold stories are stories of changing lives. They're stories of sharing the human heart. They're stories of embracing the human family in a way that we can do right here in this community through a very modest contribution, perhaps, of time or resources. That doesn't matter so much as getting involved. Help us write new stories. We need your help. We need your participation. And in the name of Pearl S. Buck, we need your love, and we need it now.